Welcome to the Friends of McGill Football Overtime with Andy. Not sure about this. This I'm sure about. Friends of McGill Football. This is the new logo designed by Ryan Bondi. He also designed this too, which I'm not a fan of, but it's our overtime session here, and are sitting with Coach Alex Surprenant. Welcome, Coach Alex.
Good morning.
Good morning. So here's what we wanted to do. I'm a bit of a sports junkie, definitely a football junkie. I spend some time during the weeks listening to podcasts, listening to YouTube for my favorite football teams. And I am totally excited about this year's squad at McGill football. I can't wait to get into this. And after the game, I read Pearl's review on the McGill website, and I was totally psyched. But I wanted to know even more, so we've decided to start up this little podcast thingy, and we're going to go for it after every game this year, and we're going to offer a little review of the game, and then we're going to offer a little preview of the upcoming game, and it's going to be all Coach Alex talking and less of me talking, and it's going to be great. I just can't wait to get into it. So let's get into it because you're a busy man. We're going to do maximum 18 minutes here, and we're now going to have to do less than that because we've already started talking. So I got the timer going. Coach Alex, off season was super exciting for your squad. Tell me about your off season.
Yeah, so of course we had the big challenge of having a roster size that was a lot smaller than our opponents last season. So we did the season with around 75 guys top. When you know that everyone else in the league is at 100 and 105, 105 is the limit. The RSEQ limit this year, the U Sports limit is 110. So we knew that we had a much needed big recruiting class to do, and that's what we did. And to be frank, to be very honest with you guys, um, you're entering year one and entering that first, what we can call our first true recruiting class. I was not expecting to number one have the quality of players that we were able to land, but also the number of players. So it's quality and quantity, and it was much needed. So we were able to during, I would say, March, April, we were able to go up over that 110 mark, and some guys left by themselves. We cut a couple of guys following the 2024 season and early 2025. Cut a couple after spring ball, and right now we're probably at 97, 98 players with the majority of recruits, which is not common in our game. We use sports
Okay,
as a
okay, I got to ask you here because uh, you're underselling it. You had an incredible offseason with your recruiting. Um, and you just mentioned that the majority of your players now are rookies, freshmen.
yeah.
What's that number at?
Yeah, so right now, I would say that probably 55% of our team is recruits. Yeah,
Really?
yeah, and just if you look at that U of T depth chart, the majority of players were actually recruits. So this is exactly where we're at right now. Like I was saying, it is not common in U Sports since it's a
Right.
5 year cycle. So usually you're gonna have 20%, 25%. 30% would be like a big number in my opinion for a class of recruits, but this is the cards that we were dealt as a staff, and we needed to make some improvement, and we did, and we're really happy with that class, to be honest. We have multiple guys that were recruited by top programs in Quebec, and decided to choose McGill over those programs, so including the national
Fantastic.
champs. So for us, it is very exciting. I think that the players were simply curious to see if football wise we were able to improve the product that we have here at McGill. Everyone know about the city and the quality of academics and stuff like that, but I think that everyone wanted to know, okay, those guys, can they flip the script here football wise? Can they improve the resources and stuff like that? And I think that with Friends of McGill and the admission, we were and the administration, we were able to have more help, more resources, more budget, and because of that, right now, I think we can match what other programs can offer in the country.
Fantastic. Yeah, and you talked about the quantity at first because you needed to up the quantity and quality. And you've really done both. So félicitations, that's amazing. All right,
Thank you.
so the format moving forward of our little Wednesday podcast here, hopefully, will be a bit of a game review of last
Yeah.
week, a game preview coming up. So let's get into the game review. Last week we had a Friday night special. This one again also got a Friday night special coming up, but Friday night, August 15th against the University of Toronto at Molson Stadium. It went pretty well. I mean, it's only an exhibition, but what else do we have to talk about? So let's talk about the exhibition game. Nice W put on the board early. Fantastic. So your offense got going. Took a little bit to get going, but you had four QBs in the game. You have a mix of exciting freshmen and some vets putting TDs on the board. And the offense started clicking in the second half, let's say. I think with some coaching sort of input after not having much to do with Toronto and knowing what they were going to do. But Coach Alex, talks to us a bit about your offense.
First, I want to say thank you to Coach Adams and his staff and the UFT program to renew this tradition. I think if I remember correctly, the first game was in 1881 or something
Yes,
like that.
yes,
So,
71 maybe.
yeah,
Yes,
so it's been a while, and it's a natural for us. We know that we have a big chapter of alumni over there, so we're glad
yeah.
that
Shout out Friends of McGill Football Toronto.
absolutely, and we'll be there next year. So that's the plan that we
Fantastic.
that we have with Coach Adams right now. Now, hey, I'm gonna give them credit because, of course, early in the game, first they took the ball and they scored in 4 plays right away, and we're like, okay, they're coming to play for real, right? So, and I think offensively, to be honest, we in the camp we spent absolutely zero time on UFT, and it's no disrespect for them. It's just that we
Right,
had to insert
right,
our offensive playbook, defensive playbook, special teams playbook. So we had absolutely no time spent on UFT other than I would say in the previous 36 hours, watch videos a little bit with the guys, but offensively we had absolutely no game plan for them.
right,
And they, you know what, they bring a lot of pressure early. So if you watch the game, you saw that they played a lot of zero coverages. They bring a lot of pressures, dropping linebackers from the line of scrimmage. So for exhibition game, they came with a pretty good game plan against our RPO offense style. So it took us a bit of time to react to that, to adjust to that, and I think that at some point, offense started to click, like you say. We started to we moved the ball okay in the first half, end up ensuring that first touchdown and finishing the half with a field goal to take the lead. But the thing I'm more pleased about is the fact that it was very very clear in the second half that our bench got better compared to a year ago.
deeper.
And that
Yeah,
and to go back to the recruiting discussion that we had earlier, now seeing that we were totally dominating in that second half, offense, defense, everything, having the chance to see four quarterbacks playing, everyone moved the ball, multiple receivers caught the ball, running backs who never had a carry with us, like Zachary Couture or Edouard Terrier, that did well, scored touchdowns and stuff like that. So that was really nice. And I think defensively, the guys they did well after that first drives. I think I remember one big play on a QB run in the second half, and that was it. So we were able to create, I think, a total of 5 turnovers, including one on special teams. So that's off
Yeah,
for the
I'm going to
defensive
interrupt
guys.
you there because we had the four INTs, from the
Yeah,
DBs.
absolutely,
Shout out to the DBs
absolutely.
there. Yeah,
Yeah, so
yeah,
so defense did,
great job,
did
guys.
defense did very well, and we were able to adapt quickly, and then I think that we like once again, for me the thing that I appreciate the most of that game is showing okay, yeah, so now the depth of that team is way better than it was a year ago.
Yeah, I was going to ask you if anything surprised you about the game, but I guess that would be the major thing was that, you were able to go two, three players deep at each spot and sort of be not only competitive, but get stronger as you went.
Yeah, I would say like 3 and 4 because say the four
Right.
quarterbacks played, four running
Yes.
backs played. It's just so we everyone played like everyone had at least a quarter of play. So we were not scared to put anyone out there. We wanted to evaluate our first thing first. Yes, win, but evaluate first thing first. Everyone on the roster to take our final decisions entering that Sherbrooke week.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Um, just before we go, a little bit about the special teams as well. You briefly touched on it,
Yeah.
but
So, but for
three
yeah, we
field
were
goals,
able.
4 point afters,
Yeah,
perfect.
yeah. So kicking game was good. I think that coverage, except maybe they had one decent return at the beginning of the game. Other than that, we were pretty sound, and we were able to create a turnover, which is always like the minimum that you're asking your special teams is like not have a negative impact on the game. Now, when you can create like that and turn the ball over and give a chance to the offense to score points after that, that's just a big plus.
Yeah, huge, huge. And you also mentioned that you didn't spend time previously, the coaching staff studying Toronto. That's completely understandable. It's your preseason. Um, Good exhibition game for the coaching staff too, to jump into that sort of game analysis, in-game analysis, in-game changes, etc.
Yeah,
Exciting for you and
absolutely.
your
And
staff.
and we had a couple of new coaches, right? So Dimitri Morin as the new offensive coordinator, and you
Yeah,
linebacker coach Quentin Chieno, defensive back coach Brian Billy.
yeah,
We that's something that people cannot notice when you're watching TV or the streaming, but we had to deal with a new instant replay platform that is now Sky Coach, and it was the first time we were using that. It didn't work at all during the first half because of us, because setting up the antenna the wrong way. So even as a
but
staff for us, the exhibition game is really helpful.
okay. Now you mentioned that. Is that going to be a regular season
Yeah,
fixture that's
yeah,
happening?
yeah. It's been like that for a couple of years. We were working with a different company for the past 5 years. So I'm in U Sports since 2019, and we have that since that for sure. So it's been multiple years that we're using instant replay on the sidelines, which is basically a couple of seconds after a player gonna be able to watch it on your iPad right after. So that's of course really useful for game in-game adjustments, and
Yeah,
also if you are in the Percival Molson Stadium and you see big TVs on our sideline, we're not
yeah.
watching any documentaries or film, where we're watching the games and trying to adjust as fast as possible.
Right. That's bravo, bravo, because the adjustments came and they came fast because 17 points, I think, in the third quarter. So that's huge.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay, so just before we move on, just want to ask you, I'm never ever going to ask you again about injuries and the injury report or whatever. But Zach Aboud, I saw him like 3 weeks ago at a charity golf tournament. He was so psyched for his fifth year, returning fifth-year-old lineman. Can you give us a little bit of an update on Zach?
Yeah, so of course it's a very sad injury. It's a bad injury, so for sure we won't see Zach on the field for a while now. The I would say that the good news and the bad news is it's not broken. We're still waiting for more information, but for sure he's going to be out for multiple weeks. So that's sad, as you said. Zach has been a warrior for this program. He decided to come back for his fifth, so that's
Yeah,
very sad story there.
sucks. Shout out to Zach. Zach, I hope you're feeling better and
Yeah.
quick recovery, speedy recovery. Okay, let's go on to a game preview. We got Université de Sherbrooke this Friday, 7 p.m. home opener at Molson Stadium. Coach, last year Sherbrooke, they were 1-7. Unfortunately, that one was against us. This year, what do you think? I don't know if you've heard much about Sherbrooke, or we're more concentrating on McGill here, but what are your expectations in terms of your home opener?
The thing that we can mention about Sherbrooke, and it's been like that for as long as I'm in this league, they're gonna show up all the time. So yes, they finished 1-7 last year. We won over there early in the year, but we won in the last seconds, last plays of the game was really tight. And they lost two very tight games against Concordia also. So we have to be careful here. We're only looking at the record. Sherbrooke is always a team that's going to bring up a high level of energy, a high level of physicality, and they have a good coaching staff. So especially on the side that I'm working more on the offense, when you face a guy like Guillaume Boucher, he's been there for multiple years. So he's going to bring a lot of pressure looks, the different pressure looks, new stuff that we have not seen on film from last year. So it's going to be a dogfight like it is always a dogfight against these guys.
Good stuff. Lots of in-game adjustments there too. Okay, we're just under 15 minutes here, and I think what we'll do is we'll cut it off here. I know you've got a busy schedule. I really appreciate you doing this. We're 48 hours away now from just over 48 hours away from the home opener. So, wishing you good luck for this Friday, coach. Just want to mention again, Friends of McGill Football spoke to Vince Gagne prior to this little podcast here, and he said he's going to restart looking at restarting the quarterback club next Thursday, August 28th. The location is still to be determined. But Friends of McGill Football, get excited about this year's squad. It's going to be at least entertaining, and it's going to be a great show up in Molson Stadium. So come out and support your Redbirds. Good luck this weekend, Coach.
Thank you, Andy.
Thank you very much.